Because of the new immigration rules in the UK, now one of the most popular questions I get asked in the last couple of weeks is around the UK dependent visa. Now, so many people who are looking at moving into the UK on the work visa, or those who are currently in the UK on the student visa, looking forward to switching to a work visa. So many people have actually been asking questions and a little bit worried on what happens to their dependents here in the UK, or those who are outside the UK, bringing them into the United Kingdom. So that's why in this video I'm going to share with you some visa categories that you should look out for that still allows individuals to come into the UK or switch into a work visa in the UK, and allows them to bring in their dependents. So their dependents are also able to apply for the dependent visa while they are on these work visa categories. So if this sounds like something you'd like to know, if you're looking at switching to a work visa or moving to the UK on a work visa, or you know someone in this particular situation, then you sure want to stick to this video till the end. And if you're coming across my channel for the first time, please do well to hit the subscribe button. And for my returning subscribers, thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate it. The UK government has put some restrictions on some visa categories here in the UK that prevents immigrants who are currently looking at moving to the UK on the work visa from being able to bring in their dependents. However, there's still some other visa categories that no changes has been made on, which are the visa categories I'm going to be discussing in this video. So if you're still looking at moving to the UK on the work visa and you're bothered about not being able to bring in your dependents, then you want to check out some of the information being shared in this video. Now, the first visa category we're going to be talking about is called the charity worker visa. Now, this is popularly known as the Tier 5 visa, and with this charity visa, you are able to bring in your dependent into the United Kingdom. Now, let's look at the overview of this visa category. Now, you can apply for a temporary charity worker visa if you want to do unpaid voluntary work for a charity, and you must meet other requirements, as you can see if you check out the UK government website. Now, for the charity worker visa, just like the skilled worker visa, you also need to get like a sponsorship. So you get like a charity organization in the UK that has the license to sponsor, and they get to sponsor you on the charity worker visa to come into the UK. So you must have a certificate of sponsorship from a licensed employer before you can apply to come to the UK to work. And the work you do in the UK must relate to the work of your sponsor employer. So the thing about the charity work visa is that you're not allowed to do anything outside what you're being sponsored to do in the United Kingdom. Now, how long does it take to apply for this visa? Now, you can apply for this visa 3 months before the day you are due to start work in the UK, and this date is listed on your certificate of sponsorship. As part of your application, you will need to prove your identity and provide your documents. Now, you may need to allow extra time if you need an appointment to do this, and you will find out if you need one when you start your application. Now, how much does this charity worker visa cost? You, your partner, and your children will need each of the following. So it means that yourself and your dependent can actually apply for this charity worker visa. Now, you need to pay the application fee. You also need to pay the IHS surcharge of £1,035 per year, and also you need to also provide proof of funds, just to show an amount in your account, to prove that you've got enough funds to, sponsor or take care of your financial obligations as soon as you get into the United Kingdom. Now, the application fee for the charity worker visa is £298, of course, excluding the IHS surcharge, and the fee is the same whether you're applying inside or outside the United Kingdom. Now, the question I get asked is, how long can you stay in the UK on the charity worker visa? Now, you can stay in the UK for up to 12 months or the time given on your certificate of sponsorship plus 14 days, whichever is shorter. So, and you can also enter the UK up to 14 days before the start date of your job. Now, unlike other visa categories whereby you're allowed to move into the UK about a month before your start date, with this charity worker visa, you can only come into the UK 14 days before the start date stated on your your certificate of sponsorship. Now, what are the things you can or cannot do on the charity worker visa? Now, some of the things you can do is that you can actually study, you can take up some courses, you can work for your sponsor in the job description in your certificate of sponsorship, and you can also do a second job in the same sector at the same level as your main job for up to 20 hours per week. So you get to do extra job, on the charity worker visa. However, you're only limited to the same job you are sponsored on, also of course in the same sector. And the good thing is that you can also bring in your dependents, your partner, your children with you if they are eligible. And some of the things you cannot do is that you cannot receive any payment for work, you cannot take a permanent job, and you cannot get public fund. So if you're looking at this route of the charity worker visa, they want to check out the particular website of Camp Fail in England and Wales. So they have like loads of voluntary opportunities, and they've got license to also sponsor. So you can check the information on their website. You can see that they said Camp Hill community have a long tradition of welcoming people from all over the world to join their work as resident volunteers for a period of 6 months, a year, or more. You may be looking for an opportunity during a gap year following your studies or professional training. Now, this is actually an opportunity for you to be able to get a voluntary role that allows you to apply for the charity worker visa. Now, the second visa category in the UK that still allows people to bring in their dependents is the global talent visa. I made a full video on global talent visa some time ago. You can check it out on my channel. Now, basically, the overview of the global talent visa is that you are able to apply for a global talent visa to work in the UK if you're a leader or potential leader in one of the following fields: academia, art and culture, and digital technology. So before you can apply for the global talent visa, you need to get endorsed by the eligible body. And after you've gotten endorsed, just to prove that you're an authority, or a potential leader in that particular sector, then you can then apply for the for the global talent visa. The interesting thing about the global talent visa is that you're not limited to work with an organization. You can start a business. You are practically allowed to take up any kind of job while you are on the global talent visa. Now, the cost implication of the global talent visa: you're required to pay about £716 to apply, and also pay about 500. And so the cost actually encompasses the endorsement fee, and also when you apply for the visa yourself. So the endorsement fee costs £524, while the application fee itself costs about £192 pounds. Now, another visa that allows you to stay in the UK, and allows you to bring in your dependents, is the high potential individual visa. Now, this is not really a popular visa because of the eligibility criteria for you to have to access this visa category. Now, to be eligible for the high potential individual visa, you must have been awarded a qualification by an eligible university. So it means that you must be a graduate of a particular university, or I've got a list of those universities that I'm going to share with you shortly. If you graduate from any of these universities, you are eligible to apply for the global talent, the high potential individual visa. Now, the list of eligible universities is based on ranking of the university. So this list actually gets changed every year. However, I've got a list of the global university for it was published on the 1st of November 2023. Now, as you can see on the screen, you can see different universities ranging from California Institute of Technology, Columbia University, McGill University in Canada, University of Toronto, among many others. So these are the universities that you must have a degree from to be able to apply for the high potential individual visa. Now, the qualifications you need basically is you just need to earn either UK the degree must be equivalent to a UK bachelor's, master's, or PhD degree. So whichever degree you get, just make sure that it's equivalent to the aforementioned. And other eligibility criteria you need to meet for you to be able to apply for the high potential individual visa is for you to have proof of English language proficiency, and also to show that you have enough money to fund your living expenses, or to fund your your financial obligations for at least 12 months. Now, the last visa category I'm going to be talking about is obviously the skilled worker visa. Now, with the skilled worker visa, you're allowed to bring in your dependents. Your dependents can actually apply for their own visa as soon as, or when you apply for for yours also. But the only challenge, or the only update, or the only changes made on the skilled worker visa right now is the increase in the the minimum salary requirement, which has been increased. And yeah, that's the only major difference. However, you can still bring in your dependents if you're able to secure a skilled worker visa in the UK. So if you have any question around the changes in immigration policies or anything around you living in the UK or traveling abroad, please put in the comment section and I'll make sure I respond to every question underneath this particular video. And if you're coming across my channel for the first time, what are you waiting for? Please hit the subscribe button to join the amazing growing family. And my returning subscribers, thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate you guys. So this will be the end of this video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you.